The Planners by Boey Cheng is a poem that he uses to question the urbanisation that is occurring in the world, similar to the city planners. But however, Boey Cheng is acting on what is actually happening in his area. Being a Singaporean poet, what has occurred in Singapore recently with urbanisation has boomed crazily, and how nature has changed into this vast, high-rising city in comparison to a Canadian poet visiting somewhere in the heart of America rather than on the outskirts. The poem begins, they plan, they build, all spaces are gridded, filled with permutations of possibilities. They plan, they build. So there is clearly a voice. They have no name, as in the planners, which he is referring to obviously with the name of the poem, but they used as they. So they're almost a third person, something that you don't see, but you know are there. Boring yet perfect structure is used here. They, short sentences. All spaces are gridded, filled with permutations of possibility. It shows regimented, rigid, a repeated propound, faceless, vague, inhumane, high-powering, threatening ideas, all built up. The buildings are all in alignment with the roads, which meet at desired points, linked by bridges, all hung in the grace of mathematics. It's weird because grace describes free movement, whereas mathematics is something that is stuck to rules, and there's only one real right answer in mathematics unless you're searching and developing it. So these juxtaposed ideas are kind of kicking at how perfect everything is, how everything meets at desired points, how everything is perfectly aligned. It's Boey Kim Cheng's way at attacking the work of the planners. They build and will not stop. It shows how this is relentless. It will never end unless something is dealt with. Even the sea draws back and the sky surrender. So, this is like the semantic field of war. How someone's drawing back, how someone's surrendering. It's as if nature is at war with urbanisation, and nature's losing. What the planners is doing is in fact destroying nature and its beauty. They erase the flaws, the blemishes of the past, knock off useless blocks with dental dexterity. So this is the first time the use of a dental semantic field is used. They erase the flaws, the blemishes. So what they see as flaws and blemishes may not be what a lot of other people see as flaws. And that's what we're trying to get at here. The dental dexterity, useless block. All gaps are plugged with gleaming gold. The country wears perfect rows of shining teeth. So, once again, we have the very much dental idea, how fillings, gleaming gold, are often used, and shining teeth, perfect rows. He uses the idea of dentistry, the same lexical group, because this is a very perfect thing. You don't want to have awful teeth, whereas they don't want to have awful areas, as to say. Anesthesia, amnesia, hypnosis, they have the means, they have it all, so it will not hurt, so history is new again. So this list here of anesthesia, amnesia, hypnosis, it shows the medical applications, the lack of consciousness, similar to that in dentistry, and it shows it is the process of clouding everyone's mind and manipulating them and remodelling what they perceive as correct. So it's rewriting history almost, so history is new again. The piling will not stop, the drilling goes right through the fossils of last century. So here, it shows how he is hopeless to this change. It is inevitable. The progress will continue into the future. The progress has destroyed our interpretation of the past, as in the fossils of last century are being destroyed. This ancient idea, he breaks it. He's got the contrasting. The piling will not stop. The drilling goes right through, and then the fossils of last century. He's saying how it's destroying our history. But my heart will not bleed poetry, not a single drop to stain the blueprint of our past tomorrow. Well, first of all, but my heart will not bleed poetry. This is obviously a clear lie because he's just wrote a whole poem on it. So what we can assume here is that no matter how hard he tries, he has to write about it, he has to oppose it in some way. Also, it's not a single drop to stain the blueprint of past tomorrow. This oxymoron, the reversal of history here, past tomorrow, it's rewriting the past as it already referred to as the fossils of last century. Also, there's an extended metaphor throughout of blood, not a single drop, and he changes into the third person through on. So he's in the third person, they, and then he refers to me, individually, my heart. This change shows how he is truly affected rather than how the people were affecting him and hinting that he doesn't like it, but this clearly, explicitly shows that he opposes the changes. There is no more mystery left in the world is the main point he wants to get at.